envoy, proud and shrewd, stands before the multitude, submitting for decision a surprising proposition.
News amazing, news auspicious, news delightful, we agree.
These two men of subtle genius have proposed a plan to me.
Who? What? When?
Say that again.
Here, I say, have come two humans, traveling to the birds from man, and they bring with them the kernel of a most stupendous plan.
You have made the greatest error since our life up here began. You've admitted to our council, vile, abominable man.
You are nervous over nothing. These two doddering old fools have temporarily cast aside their humanity and have come to help us. They are truly bird-struck.
Yeah, I root for the Cardinals all the time.
You expect us to listen to men? Inventors of the slingshot, the net, the snare, the scarecrow? You have betrayed us to the enemy.
Oh, misery, duplicity, horror without end. Who lays the snare and leaves us there, our old and trusted friend? Is this the bird king of our heart, co-partner of our fields and skies, who bids our ancient laws depart and sells us to our enemies?
We can impeach him later. Right now, let's deal with these two old fools. The usual penalty is clearly in order. Death by dissection.
Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Will you stop that? I think I'm gonna cry. How can you cry with your eyes pecked out?
The eagle sings and bears both wings, O army of the air. The hour has struck that ends the luck of this repulsive pair. No clouds that cluster in the sky, no rain-dark mountain peaks, shall save them from the battery of our insulted beaks.
They're angry. They're attacking. I think they work for Alfred Hitchcock. Defend yourself with this. Is this the best the NRA could do?
Ready, birds, with beak and bill. It's double time. Attack at will.
These most unworthy creatures, scandal of the feathered race, must I see my friends and yours massacred before my face?
That's about what we had planned.
What's the good of killing two harmless old men?
Harmless? They're men.
But they have come to give us advice.
Advice from an enemy? Never.
Who else do you think we learn from, if not the enemy? They make us build walls and sell guns to fanatics. We always learn from the enemy.
But who are they? Why have they come to us?
They wish to dwell with you forever.
Just crazy about the Cardinals. And the Orioles.
Are they mad?
Sanest men in the world.
Better not overdo it.
Clever, huh?
Cleverness itself. Men of the world. Cunning. Ingenious. Sly.
Brave?
Well, and brave. They bring a daring plan to make us lords of the universe.
Well, tell us more.
Nahai.
What's this? What's this?
I will not utter a word. I am a clam.
Well, great. Now he wants to be a clam.
You must speak. Not until we reach an agreement. No more pecking, clawing, or fighting. Agreed?
Agreed.
We swear it.
I give you my oath. And if I break my word, may the audience speak unkindly of me after the show.
We have a deal.
On the other hand, if I keep my word, kindly mention my performance to your friends.
Birds, gather about these learned men and attend their words.
Full of wiles, full of guiles, at all times, in all ways, are the children of men. Still, we'll hear what he says.
Speak. I am bursting to speak. I have already mixed the dough of my oration and now am ready to knead it.
Oh, imagery.
Oh, birds, my heart weeps for you. You who were formerly emperors.
Emperors? Over whom?
Over over all that exists, over me, over that man, over Zeus himself. You belong to an ancient race, older than Uranus, older than the Titans, older than the Earth itself.
Older than the Earth? I never knew that.
That's because you haven't read your Aesop. Aesop clearly tells us that the lark, and the lark is a bird, existed before the Earth itself.
Where does Aesop say that?
Oh, you know, that little story about how the lark's father died and then went unburied for 5 days, and then eventually had to be buried in the lark's head because, you know that?
No, I don't. And now that I do, it doesn't make any sense at all.
If the lark had to bury his own father in his own head, it can only be because there was no earth in which to bury him. Ergo, the lark existed before the earth. Aesop.
Sounds more like Limbaugh.
Furthermore, the birds existed before the gods.
Do you think he's going too far?
In fact, the gods stole their power from the birds.
Too far.
They derived their power from the birds. Why else would they carry a hawk on their scepter? Why should Zeus send an eagle as his messenger? Oh, why should victory be winged and Cupid? My friends, I ask you to consider the rooster.
All right.
Just consider the rooster.
All right.
What creature in all the universe bears a crown that will not come off? The rooster. That was a rhetorical question.
That was a rhetorical answer?
All other crowns must be put on and taken off. Only the rooster as a natural. This mighty king of old is still so powerful that he commands men to wake up and go to work in the morning. That's bird power.
Right on.
But how are birds treated today? Stones are thrown at you. Snares are set. Your brothers are locked in cages, or worse yet, plucked, roasted, and served in some cheesy sauce. Oh, miserable day.
Oh, sad and dismal is the story we have heard this stranger tell of our father's ancient glory ere the feathered empire fell.
Fate has sent you to bring us back to glory. Our lives, our wives, our chicks depend on you. Speak, O Lord, for we are listening. What must we do?
Simple. Just enclose this space of clouds and air with a mighty brick wall like those of Babylon. Spare no expense. Mexico will pay for it. Then dispatch 2 heralds, one to the gods, the other to earth. If Zeus does not abdicate immediately, issue a proclamation. Hereafter, no god may pass through our aerial domain for the purpose of seasonal work or impromptu lovemaking down below. Permission must first be granted by the birds and a small fee paid. Else, back to Olympus. The other herald will inform the earthlings. Hereafter, any person wishing to beg favor of the gods must also make an appropriate sacrifice to the birds. If, for example, an ox is to be sacrificed to Zeus, the birds must first be appeased by the sacrifice of a mosquito.
What if they will not obey? What if Zeus drops a thunderbolt? What if Congress investigates?
Don't worry. They'll blame Hillary.
They refuse to listen to us.
They do not listen to our demands. Birds will swoop down and eat all of men's seeds and peck out the eyes of his animals.
Oh, gross. That's like a teenage summer movie.
Men and gods will starve unless they submit.
Sounds like our governor. But if they obey us, what will we promise in return?
To guard their fields from insects and pests, as Zeus never did. To guide their ships and warn of approaching storms.
All honor to thee, O man. You're the best friend a bird ever had.
Now, friends, withdraw with me for a slight repast. Meanwhile, my subjects will proceed at once to construct our heavenly city. and you must be outfitted with wings. If you wish to join our feathered flock, you must have wings.
Depart, O wise one, while we undertake this mighty deed. It can't be any tougher than putting up this stage. All right, birds, report to your foreman.